Good morning. Who are you and why are you here? What gives you the right to say these things? These were all topics of an intense discussion between the Pharisees and Jesus in John chapter 8. They were asking him all sorts of questions, and they were all in the temple, near the temple treasury, and they were talking about this, and they finally seem to have cornered him when he talks about being able to see the rejoicing that Abraham had in the fulfillment of God's plan. And they think they have him cornered. So in chapter 8 and verse 56, they say, "Your father Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it and was glad." So the Jews said to him, "You are not yet 50 years old, and have you seen Abraham?" And Jesus said to them, "Truly, truly, I say to you, before Abraham was I am." And they picked up stones to throw at him, but Jesus hid himself and went out of the temple. Before Abraham was I am. Jesus identifies himself as I am, a term that God uses to indicate his eternal existence, his presence. I am, always here. His eternal knowledge, his eternal power, his eternal justice, it is his eternal mercy and loving kindness. All of that packaged into the words I am, that I will be there, I was there, and I will be there, I am. He reveals himself in many chapters in John. Jesus continues to expand on this phrase, I am. In John chapter 8 and verse 12, he says, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." Jesus is the light that shines for us. He is the light that comes into this world of darkness and lights the path so that it's visible for us. We do not stumble along because we have the light from Jesus. In John chapter 14 and verse 6, he says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." He not only lights our path, but he gives us, he makes the path for us. He is the path. He is the way. And in that way leads to eternal life. And in John chapter 6 and verse 35, he says, "I am the bread of life, and whoever comes to me shall not hunger. Whoever believes in me shall never thirst." The I am will sustain us. On this path and this way we are walking on, which is illuminated by this light, we will be continuously sustained, provided for both physically and spiritually, that we can walk this path with all strength. We will not hunger and thirst, and I will be sustained. John chapter 15 and verse 5 says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit, but apart from me you can do nothing." We are connected. I am will provide through this connection that we have. We will be given life, we will be given purpose and meaning, and allowed to bear much fruit because of that connection. In chapter 10 and verse 9, he says, "I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture." The path leads to home. I am will provide that path, but he is also the one who is the door. He will open it wide to keep his sheep safe, those that are on his path, that are lit by his light. And we will be provided for in this home that he is the door to. John chapter 11 and verse 25 and 26, he says, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live, and everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die." Do you believe this? He is the resurrection. He is the one who gives us life. And in John chapter 10 and verse 11, he shows us how. He says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. As our light, as our way, as our resurrection, as our life, as our home, as the one who provides the entrance to the home, he achieved all this as the good shepherd who lays down his life. He guides us, protects us, sustains us, and gives us everything that we need, and keeps us from the eternal danger of sin, because he stepped in with his life, and through his death, he saved us. As we remember his sacrifice, let us connect to that vine that is I am. Let us connect and feast on the bread of life that is I am. Let us walk in the way that is brightly illuminated by the light that is I am. And let us have confidence that we have no death, we have eternal life, because the Good Shepherd has provided for us through his death.